Hi, I'm Sherry Sonner.
I'm Jessica Sonner.
What brought you to the Neurologic Wellness Institute?
So, I've really always been high functioning academically, but going into high school, I noticed that things that kids that would just come easily to other kids, I started to have it to work even harder for. So I was applying myself a lot more than these other kids. And throughout high school, I noticed that I started having this delay. So this processing delay, when people would talk to me, it would give me 10 seconds before I really understood what they said. I'd have to ask them repeatedly, oh, sorry, can you repeat yourself? What did you say? And I also saw it on especially the academic side when it came to reading. When it came to reading, I had to read the same sentence 10 times before I really understood what it was saying, or especially when taking tests. I needed more time allotted just to think through the problems. It would take me 10 minutes to get through thinking through the problem before I even started doing them. So this discrepancy between me and the other kids, sort of this thing that I acquired, this delay, it got worse periodically throughout high school. And so to solve the problem, we thought we'd go through the more traditional route. So we went to the doctor, we went to the psychologist, and I went through a lot of his testing, and the results came back that he thought I had some form of ADD, and the fix to that was Adderall and medication. So I went along with it. I thought this was the fix, that I was finally cured from this delay that I had. And what was interesting is that my dad has ADHD, and we know what an ADHD person looks like. And the interesting thing is that I don't really feel that I had the same characteristics. I had more of a delay rather than the traditional characteristics that an ADHD person would have. So
I think on the social end as well, it affected her with her friends and friendships.
Oh, my friends would notice this delay. They would know you have to give Jess 10 seconds before she can respond to you. Don't even rely on her for texting because she will never get back to you. But yeah, so we went through this fix, and I thought it was a fix. So I had been using Adderall. I couldn't read without taking Adderall. I couldn't do my homework without taking a 5 milligram beforehand. So you actually had a friend.
I had a friend who basically her son, he's somewhere on the spectrum, and he went through the treatment, and she just couldn't rave enough about it. And she's in the medical field as well. And so knowing my problems with Jessica, or the issues, and, even looking at colleges and stuff, we would pull back thinking, I don't know if that's too cutthroat. Would she survive, or how would her life exist? And after Sim told us about this process, and
about the Neurologic Wellness Institute,
we came here, and at first, I don't know, we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, this was more of let's see what happens. No, it
throw
was
a dart at the dartboard and see if the benefit.
The last resort kind of thing.
And doing the process and going through it, it just has been eye-opening. Not just for you and everything you've been going through, but her friends have acknowledged, I've seen.
Yeah, and so going through the treatment originally, the original diagnosis part, we were told that it was probably a concussion that I didn't know about, that I had suffered from. And knowing that, I could definitely relate it to all the symptoms that I was having, all the delays, how it got worse, how I started having concussions through the last few years of high school. And every single one would give me a migraine, which was interesting that we never put two and two together, but it's just something that we didn't know about.
We can almost pinpoint back to the exact concussion, the one that sent you to the emergency room with the eyeball and everything like that. We almost feel that was 0.0 for her.
Mm-hmm. And that was way back at the beginning of junior high school. So going through this treatment and everything, I've improved so much. I no longer have that delay that takes me a while. My friends have noticed it and everything. I could not say enough good things about this. I no longer have to take medication to do daily processes or get through academics and summer things as well. I no longer have to take it before soccer practices to be at my top game. So
yeah, the Neurologic Wellness Institute has immensely changed her life,
and then
our lives.
Her friends also recommended doing the athELITE sports performance program, and she more recommended this for me to do the sports performance program, knowing that I'm in soccer, and that has just been the perfect bonus to doing all this.
And what sport do you play? And then where are you going to play coming up here?
So I play soccer, and I will be playing at MIT in the fall.
Good. And what was your primary goal when you started the athELITE sports performance program, or what were you trying to improve upon?
Yeah, so my primary goal was to really quicken my speed during the first few steps once I received the ball, and not so much as my physical speed, but more my decision-making process. And I also wanted to improve my aim, whether it comes to passing or shooting.
Very good. And how was the training you received through this program different than other performance or training programs that you've gone through in your career leading up to this?
Yeah, so all of the other sports performance training things have more been for endurance, strength, or especially soccer specific in terms of like tactically skill work, shooting, things like that. So this is the first time I've really done something on the mental side, which is interesting because in soccer they always preach about how it is as much a physical game as it is a mental game, but this is the first mental training that I've ever done. And when it comes to soccer, really when it comes to all sports, it is less about your legs, your arms, your hands as it is with your mind, because you can only shoot a ball with your foot if your mind tells it to do it. So, this has helped me really train my mind to do the things that I could do with my feet, and I feel like I can do that so much better now.
And what fun things did you do in your training, or what were your favorite things that you did through the training program?
Yeah, so some of my favorite things was the D2 board, so getting the board with all the lights on it and being able to press it as fast as I can. And what I found that really helped with was improve my speed and my hand-eye coordination, because I could go in the field and I could do footwork as quick as I possibly can, but I've never been able to do it as fast as I can with helping improve my speed on such
In that competitive nature.
On a smaller scale, because I could do things on a larger scale, but this is the first time I've seen so many improvements. So doing that, but also doing the saccadic eye movements, having to move my eye from the different letters on the boards. It's fun to see yourself improve so much from the beginning to the end. And the concussion stuff was also some of my favorite things, like doing, we did a ladder where I had to go through the ladder and do footwork while expecting a ball to come to my head or having it bounce off the wall. So that was kind of fun too.
Good. And would you recommend the athELITE sports performance program to other athletes that are trying to gain a competitive edge?
Yes, absolutely. There's really only so much you can do on a physical aspect to improve mentally. So I would say that any athlete looking to improve in their sport, whether it's tactically with speed, whether it's decision making, this sports performance training has helped me with all of it. And I think anyone who's even considering trying to get better should first look at this instead of doing what they've always originally done.
Very good. And then from a parent's perspective, what improvements have you seen from a performance standpoint? And then what would be your recommendation to other parents?
As a parent, I think, on a performance side, you want the best for your kid. You want them to be able to succeed at everything they do. And I think we've put so much effort taking her to different trainers, to workouts, to everything like that. And then to see this aspect of it and what it has done to her and how it's enhanced her, and just even as a parent to sit back and breathe and think, oh my gosh, finally, it's different. And I could see, I almost get goosebumps thinking how much the Wellness Institute and the athletic training has improved Jessica. We're able to converse, she's able to move, she's so excited to go to soccer. She's just relaxed about everything because she knows she's got it. And it's the first time ever I feel like all the pieces are together. And I would completely recommend it to anybody. As a parent, you want them to succeed, and giving them all the tools they can do, it's definitely been the best investment we've ever done.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for doing this.